Hey everybody, welcome to Sewing Report Live. We're gonna get started by kind of rocking out a little bit. We got the music going. It is Thursday afternoon. Guys, I've had 3 cups of coffee. I actually got my stuff together early, so we started a little bit early. But welcome. We're gonna give people a few more minutes to join in. But let's enjoy, groove out a little bit. We've got multiple cameras today. Wherever you're watching, I greatly appreciate it, and we welcome you here to Sewing Report Live. How's everybody doing today? Let me know in the comments who you are, where you're watching from, and yeah, let's get started though. We're gonna get started momentarily, but I want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, of course. No surprise here, the Sewing Report Etsy shop. Again, this channel is not monetized, so I am doing these streams for free, but I gotta plug the Etsy shop. I sell sewing supplies, fabric. We do currently have a sale on fabric bundles. I've just started dipping my toes into the pool that is selling handmade goods. I'm gonna be honest, it's not going too well so far, so we're gonna see where this goes. But this is today's sponsor. Check out the shop if you'd like to support the Sewing Report. And if you're here, I'd really appreciate a subscribe and like on the video. If you're here, throw it a like. This channel needs 1,000 subscribers in order to get monetized and join the YouTube Partner Program. I'm getting there. I'm putting in the time. I am pumped, and we are working on this channel. I'm trying to do some more live shows on topics that I think would be important to you and important to the rest of the sewing community. So welcome if this is your first time here. I am Jen with Sewing Report Live, and we are rocking it today. All right, let me turn this music off. I know not everybody wants to hear that for the whole stream, but you know, it's been fun, right? Guys, it's been fun. We are multi-streaming today, so that's always a good time. And we're gonna get into a few topics today. The main one, Michael's craft stores, are they coming for Etsy, and would this actually work? We're going to be talking about that. I'm also going to be filling you in on a very, very strange Instagram situation for a fellow maker here in the sewing community. So welcome everyone who is here. We're rocking and rolling. It's Thursday. I might also do a stream on Sunday. We will see. How's everybody doing? And yeah, this is Sewing Report Live. We're doing it live, guys. We are doing it live. All right, let's get into it. So you may have, obviously you're here for the title, which is Michael's, you know, the craft store, they are launching what looks like an Etsy competitor. Now this seems to be an online platform. They're kind of going to do a few different things, but I would like to show you what Michael's is going to be doing. And I saw this is not like super new news, but we just got some more, like it looks like they've just kind of released a few more details. Now this project is in beta. Beta means like sort of a testing phase. Maybe they have a few people trying it out. It's not officially launched to the public, but they're trying to do like sort of like a soft launch of this thing. All right, so what is this thing, you may be wondering? And that is, it's called MakerPlace by Michael's. Now I'm like, first I keep getting it mistaken. I keep thinking it's Marketplace. It's not, it's MakerPlace. And this looks like it's going to be some sort of platform. Almost it seems like it's going to be like another social media platform. And here's the website. It says MakerPlace by Michael's. Ready to turn your passion into profit? Sign up for the new handmade marketplace with lower fees, clear pricing, and more ways to earn. So this is interesting. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm curious about it, guys. I joined to sign up for the wait list so I can see what's going on. So it says here, 1 site, 3 ways to earn. At MakerPlace, you can create a custom store that offers more. So they're really making some digs at Etsy, because Etsy, you can sell stuff online, and this MakerPlace is touting more. So it says sell handmade items, sell your one-of-a-kind goods with 0 listing fees, teach live online classes. This is kind of an interesting thing. sell access to live online classes right from your store, and share helpful how-tos. So earn extra when shoppers purchase from your supplies list. So here's my initial thought, just looking at this now, is that all right, so this first thing definitely looks like it's a direct competition for Etsy. Like right there, that's what it seems to be, right? The second thing, this almost looks like it's like teaching live online classes. To me, this almost seems like this is what Craftsy used to be, somewhat, except Craftsy wasn't live. There are some other online teaching platforms, like there's Kajabi, there is like Skillshare, there's like Creative Bug. So to me, and there's like quite a few others. This is not the only one, but this seems like they're trying to kind of encourage there's a lot of sewing influencers in this space who sell stuff, but they also do teaching. So it looks like they're trying to tap into that market of people who want to earn money by teaching their craft. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So it says sell access to live online classes right from your store. And then the other thing, this third little rung, is share helpful how-tos. I don't know if this means like video tutorials or if it means like blogs, so like written instructions, but it says earn extra when shoppers purchase from your supply lists. So just gleaning from this like small amount of information, this seems like if you do like say like a craft project or something, it looks like you can link to like products available at Michael's, and then it looks more like an affiliate program. So an affiliate program is anytime where you are promoting a product from another company and that company gives you a percentage of the sale. So just a hypothetical example, say the commission rate for these affiliate sales was like 10%. If you did a how-to featuring a product that costs $50 and somebody bought it, you would get like $5. So this almost looks like it's a mix between like an affiliate program and also maybe something like the Amazon influencer program or the Amazon live shopping program, where Amazon is encouraging influencers to create videos about Amazon products and they get a cut of it. So I don't know, what does everybody think? Have you heard of MakerPlace by Michael's? What do you think about this concept in general? I feel like, just from my perspective, it feels like they're trying to do too much. Like, I feel like maybe they could focus on from my perspective, I don't need all three of these things. I don't know. So I feel like there's too much going, in my opinion, I just feel like there's too much going on with this whole thing. I don't know if it could work. Like, I'm sure Michael's does have a lot of online shoppers, but getting somebody to just adopting a new platform overall is really difficult. With any new social media platform, it looks pretty hard to get people to try it and use it. So I think the ultimate question is, can Michael's get people to actually use this thing? It's not necessarily about how good it is or about like the functionality or like what the benefits are. If Michael's can't get anybody to use MakerPlace, this thing is dead in the water. So I don't know how high the interest is in this. Like, I think it's kind of an interesting concept, but other people have tried to do this. Like, other companies have tried to be an Etsy killer or try to launch an Etsy alternative. And on a larger scale, none of these things have really caught on. So I don't know if this is just another attempt to dethrone Etsy and this ends up being like a total wash. I really don't know. But I'm kind of curious about it, and I'll go back to this because let's sign up for the wait list and see. I'll show you more information here. So if you go to join the wait list, it takes you to this page. Now I noticed they're kind of making some digs at Etsy. They're like, hey, we have free product listings, flexible membership options, and low referral fees. This looks to me like Etsy charges 20 cents per listing. It looks like this might be like a flat fee. Like maybe they'll charge users, like people who are selling stuff, maybe they'll charge them like $20 a month, and then they don't have to like pay for the individual product listings. So I think what it looks like to me is that MakerPlace is trying to position itself as a better Etsy alternative with lower costs. So basically, like, you'll be able to keep more money in your pocket. So I did go ahead and sign up just to, so I can be in the know when anything happens. And I did see, so it asks you what you're going to be selling. So it does look like you will, like, Etsy allows you to sell craft supplies and fabric and whatnot, and that's what I do a lot. So it does look like they are going to allow people to sell craft supplies there and not just handmade goods. So here are the categories it's asking you: accessories, art, bags and purses, bath and beauty, clothing, craft supplies and tools, crafting and fiber arts, floral, home and living and jewelry, kitchen and dining, pets, stationery, scrapbooks and party supplies, toys and entertainment. So there are quite a few different categories that looks like they'll be grouping products into. I might give it a shot, like maybe just to see what happens. I might do it as an experiment if it's like not ridiculously expensive and it seems pretty easy. I think the other thing I want to know is, is this going to be global or is this going to be certain countries? So will this be open to all countries? Will this be like US and Canada? I have no idea. I think it's interesting. I also want to see how they handle the shipping and things like sales tax here in the United States. Will they be handling all of the sales tax? Because honestly, that's one reason, that's for me a big reason why I decided to sell on Etsy versus selling on my own website, was I thought the hassle of handling all of the sales tax situations for all 50 states was too much for me, and I was willing to pay the fees and then the, percentages just so I didn't have to deal with that. So for me, that was a convenience factor that was worth it. It might not be for everybody. Like, I know some people want to have their own website so that they keep more money in their pocket. I personally was willing to bite the bullet and just, take the convenience and not having to spend the time on all of that stuff and just paying a little bit more money out of my sales. I was okay with that. You might be okay with that. You might not be. It really depends, I think, on your specific situation. But what do you guys think? So, we're looking at this thing. All right. So, what do you guys think? Is this actually like a good idea? Will people use it? And is this something you're interested in trying out? I think it really depends. Is this going to be like a separate, I imagine it would be like a separate app, like other than Michael's. I don't know. But it looks like they're trying to also merge some of their online e-commerce stuff into encouraging people to it almost seems like they're kind of trying to encourage influencers to push more Michael's products. Again, not necessarily a bad play, but I think one of the big issues is definitely going to be, can they actually get people to use this thing? That's really the big question here. And I really don't know. No other platform, in my opinion, has been successful in getting people to switch over. There's been a few other ones. There's one called Fair, and there's you can sell stuff you make on Mercari and Depop and that kind of thing. But Etsy, in my opinion, is still the big player in this space in terms of selling handmade goods. So I don't know. I'm just I'm definitely not sold on this concept, or I wouldn't be betting on this platform, but I think it'll be kind of interesting. I'm just I don't know. I also don't know how, all right, so here's the thing. So the other prongs of this three-pronged approach they're taking is selling handmade things online, teaching online classes. How are they going to compensate the people who choose to use this platform to do some live teaching? How lucrative is it going to be? I mean, if they're offering people a very big cut of the money, I can see maybe. But the other thing, for me, I have a YouTube channel. I don't really need Michael's as a platform to boost me. If I wanted to do online teaching, I could just do it right now. So I personally I don't know if I need this. Plus, if I wanted to do live teaching behind a paywall, I could do it on YouTube and just have it be a membership only kind of thing. So, and I could do Patreon. So there are a lot of options already to creators who teach online. They can do a number of different things. You can teach in person. A lot of people use websites like Kajabi or Skillshare to do online teaching. Also, people used to do Craftsy a lot, RIP Craftsy. But, you know, I don't know if that would be my first choice for trying to do online teaching and get paid for it. So who the heck knows? But I think this is kind of an interesting concept. I also want to see how many resources Michaels is going to devote to try to get people to use this thing. Like, I just don't know. And then the third prong is the whole shoppable links type of thing, like creating how-tos and getting people to shop from Michaels. You know, again, I don't know. I've seen other platforms and other e-commerce places try to do this sort of thing. You know, besides Amazon, like Amazon's really like the big affiliate program for influencers and creators. So I don't know like how, I don't know, like I wouldn't put betting odds on this MakerPlace by Michaels thing yet. I would be waiting it out to see like how many people are actually going to be using this, because if you can't get, like, the big thing is if you can't get people to use this thing, it's, you know, it's like going to be kind of a waste of time. You know what I'm saying here? So I don't know. I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. So, but let's see what everyone else thinks. Wow. Okay. My cameras are not really like switching to, oh, here. Okay. They are switching. Okay. These cameras look so much alike. I got them confused. I was like, is this camera working? I don't know. But I'm really glad we got the multiple cameras going. We're rocking. I've had like literally 3 cups of coffee, so I'm like pretty jacked up right now. And I already gave my husband a warning text that I'm streaming, so he's not like, what the hell is going on? But let's read some comments and just get like a general vibe for what you guys think of this MakerPlace by Michaels, because I really don't know. Like, I really don't know what to think yet. Okay. We've got Tara here. By the way, Tara is our like featured channel of the week over on the main Sun Report channel. Welcome, Tara. Oh my goodness, I had no idea Michaels is doing this. I'm literally running my machines like crazy in my craft room today. I just picked up my phone and happened to click on this notification. Yay. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, I feel like I got an email. I've gotten a few emails about MakerPlace, but I haven't seen a lot of people talking about it. So that's why I wanted to do a whole show and just see like if people have, like, is this something you've heard of before? Are you like, I don't know, I've never heard about this. You know, I don't know. All right, we've got Elizabeth here. It just doesn't seem possible to make inroads against Etsy. I would agree with that. I think Etsy is like pretty much known as the place for selling stuff online. Like, it's become like a pop culture icon now. Like, people are like, oh, let's, you know, are you going to sell that on Etsy? You know, people don't ask you, are you going to sell this on Depop? Are you going to sell this on Facebook Marketplace? Etsy has really become the main destination for people looking for handmade items. Also, we do have a big issue right now with all of like the mass-produced stuff that's being passed off as handmade. That's a whole other issue, but I digress. All right, how close to Etsy is this Michaels option for sellers? Please share all you know. Yeah, I don't know. I think the challenges for Michaels will be getting users, period, and offering sellers a lucrative enough deal that some of them are willing to give it a try against Etsy. You know, you can also get people, like any early adopters to social media, you could say have an advantage because, you know, they're like, it's sort of like a, you know, you're one of the first ones there, you know, kind of thing going on. So you might see people trying it out. I signed up for the wait list just to see what was going on. I don't know. Okay, Elizabeth, are they providing tools to manage classes? I have no idea. Like, I don't know how that's going to work or how they're going to compensate people for doing live teaching on Michaels. You know, I'll say this, like, if Michaels offered me a bunch of money to teach some online classes there, I would certainly consider it if it was something I felt I could do. You know, like, I heard back in the day that the Craftsy classes back in the day were fairly well paying for the teachers. And again, I think early Craftsy, like OG Craftsy, had pretty good production value. And I think the benefit for people doing that was the fact that the teacher didn't have to worry about the production stuff. This is very difficult to do. It's expensive to get like nice equipment. So I think the benefit for a lot of the Craftsy instructors was having all of that produced without them having to do anything. I'm sure Craftsy took a cut, but if you're compensated decently and you don't have to do the work of producing the videos. I can see that being very appealing, but this Michaels thing looks like they're not going to do the production. They're just offering people like a place to do it. Like, so you're going to have to use your own. I doubt they're going to like fly people out or like pay for production. This looks like something like, hey, if you got a phone or a web camera, you can do this kind of thing. So I don't know. So who the heck knows? All right, let's look at some more comments. All right, we got Lisa in the house. Welcome, Lisa. Lisa is a regular fixture here. Yeah, and if you did miss the beginning, feel free to just, you're welcome to replay it. I watch a lot of live streams and I'll come in at the middle and then I'll just kind of rewind the DVR to start at the beginning. The only downside to that is that you're out of sync with the chat. So sometimes if you're looking at the live chat, you're like, what the heck is going on? Because you're still at the beginning and they're like an hour in. So it's up to you. I like to give people options for viewing whatever is the most convenient. All right, let's see. All right, making new dreams come true. 3 cups is a lot of coffee. That's like my normal. You guys are just catching me like right after I've had a lot of coffee. So I'm like, woo, you know. So, and you know, one thing I have been kind of thinking about this lately, you know, I've been kind of trying to analyze some of my own content, and one thing I noticed is that I feel like in some of my videos, I don't feel like my personality comes across as well as it could. So I kind of I've kind of taken a look at some of my own content with a critical eye, and I'm like, you know what, I really need more energy. So I'm really trying to up it up a little bit, make it a little more, you know, fun to watch, like, because I know I can do better. So that's why I had a lot of coffee, and we're trying to have like fun. We're trying to have fun with these things. All right, we've got Denise here. Welcome, Denise G. I know Denise this week has been watching a lot of old Sewing Report videos. So, wow, some of them I look back and I cringe, but I very much appreciate that. I loved early Craftsy. I liked the detailed instruction and interactive form, and that it covered many different craft and cooking interests. Yeah, I did too. I loved the original Craftsy. I think if Michaels can kind of make it, maybe they can make like a new and improved version of old Craftsy, that could be appealing. You know, I mean, I don't know. Like, this thing could be a hit. I have no idea. I think the benefit Michaels does have is that they already have a large customer base. So it's not like they're starting from zero in terms of promoting this thing. But, you know, as we've seen this week with like threads from Instagram, just because you have a ton of users and a lot of brand, you know, you have like an established brand already, that doesn't mean that people are going to use your new thing. I think that we've kind of seen that this week. And we are multi-streaming, so I'm trying to keep up with some other comments too. So if you are watching on any of these platforms, I really appreciate it. All right, let's take a look at other live chat. Okay, no messages here. All right. We're doing the Matthew McConaughey thing. But yeah, I'm pretty interested to see like if this Michaels thing has a shot. This thing could be like a total flop. You know, I don't know. So who knows? But I'm curious. Like I'm genuinely curious about it. I really am. I need some water. Oh man, how's everybody doing? What is going on? I'm thinking about doing a live. Hopefully I can get it together and do a live stream on Sunday. I wanted to do one this past Sunday and I just couldn't do it. I was not up for it. So, but I do want to give just a quick plug, because I do have some newer items in the Etsy shop. As you know, I now have one sponsor I'm working with, Sew Tights. This is not sponsored, by the way. I just want to show you guys some of the newer items in the Etsy shop. These are Sew Tights minis and Sew Tights light bars. Really cute. I really do enjoy the Sew Tights products. That's why I reached out. And I actually reached out to them to propose some type of partnership, and they were really on board with it. Super nice people, and like a really like good small business to support. Female owned, very like homegrown. And Sew Tights minis, they have the same strength as the original Sew Tights. They're just a little bit smaller for like harder to, like tighter spaces. Come in a fun purple color. And Sew Tights light bars, these I really like because I don't have a lot of hand strength, like I'm not very strong. So these have like a slightly lower strength. These have slightly lower strength magnets. So they're a bit easier to pull apart, because often when I'm working with these magnets, I don't need them to be like super strong. So these are newer to the shop, available in the Sewing Report Etsy shop. Yes, shameless promotion here. And these come in a really fun yellow color. I think that's one thing where Sew Tights is really like getting it, is that they understand that products need to be cute. Like I'm dead serious. I love not only a functional, practical item in the sewing room, I really enjoy, like it makes me kind of happy. Like I really enjoy sewing notions and sewing products that are fun to use and just like make you smile every time you see them. And like the Sew Tights colors, like they're just so fun. I just like stuff that, every time you pick it up, you just kind of smile. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's cheesy as hell, but that's me, and that's what I think. But yeah, so we're hanging out. It's Thursday. I got it together. My rabbit is like, she's kind of in timeout right now because, I have a hard time watching her sometimes, and I don't want her to like chew stuff she's not supposed to. But, she's chilling. She is chilling. All right, let's take a look at some more comments here. We've got Elizabeth again. Is this really going to appeal to the average Michaels consumer? That's a good question, because a lot of people who shop at Michaels are buying craft supplies and buying stuff. So Michaels customers is probably more of like the DIY crafty person. And not all of them like probably do a lot of heavy Etsy shopping. I imagine a lot of people who shop on Etsy are not crafty types, which is why they're there in the first place, because they want to buy stuff people made because they're not into that kind of thing. So like it's a good question as to what kind of customer, like what the like gap is between the typical Etsy customer and the typical Michaels customer. You're right, I don't necessarily think there may be a lot of overlap. I don't know. I mean, I do shop on Etsy whenever I can, and I found some great stuff. I mean, there is some stuff you can't, like, like say, I do sewing, but I don't make like candles, so I might buy candles or other things that I can't make. Maybe like leather goods, that type of thing. That is a really good question to ask, though. All right, we got making new dreams come true. Hopefully, Michaels will be better than Etsy in terms of fees. If it's significantly less expensive to operate on this Michaels platform, I'm willing to try it out. Like I'll throw some listings up there and see what happens. I think in particular, I'm thinking if I try it out, I would probably just put my handmade items on there instead of like the craft supplies. Like I probably wouldn't put all of my like supplies and fabric on there, probably just like making to sell stuff. Oh, excuse me. I think the other thing I'm thinking is that if I do try this out, I'll probably not use the Sewing Report branding. I will probably come up with like a new, like kind of a new shop name and do something like completely separate from the Sewing Report. So I think I might do that just so that like, it's not, I don't know, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'm not sure. But, I've had this one name for a brand in like my back pocket forever that I haven't used. Maybe I'll try that and see like how it goes. I don't know, but I don't know. So I'm just curious. I am really curious about this to see like when, I'm curious to get more details, see who uses this and see like what the costs are for users. I think that'll really help shape my opinion a bit more. Right now I don't have much to go on. Nobody has much to go on because, we only have like very limited information. Okay, so I want to touch on something else. So there is an Instagram account, a fellow Instagram maker named Lila Ellis Stitchery. I don't know if you've been following her. She has a fairly large Instagram presence, and I want to talk a little bit about this because it's a pretty terrifying scenario for anyone that relies a lot on social media for your brand and for your business. And I just want to kind of share this. Also, by the way, links to all of this stuff are down below in the description box. I've linked to this MakerPlace by Michaels, and I'm linking to this woman's socials because I do really want to draw some attention to this. So there is an Instagram account. I've been following her for years. Her name is Nicole, and the business is named Lily Ellis Stitchery. Sorry, I cannot talk today. And she has 32,000 Instagram followers, and she is a sewing and quilting designer and artist. I love her feed. I've always enjoyed her pictures and her videos. She makes some truly amazing things. She's really big into foundation paper piecing, quilting. She's done some sewing projects, and I've always really loved her aesthetic. I think it's much cuter than mine, if I'm being honest. Like, this stuff is way cuter than the stuff I make, guys. But I love her. She's really talented with photography, and, you know, like, look at this stuff, guys. Like, I cannot get, like, nicely staged photos like this to save my life, which is why which is why I haven't as much luck with Instagram as she's had. So the reason I'm sharing this with you is because I did not know this, but Nicole has been locked out of this Instagram account for 6 months. 6 months. So I talked with her on the phone a little bit this afternoon, and we're trying to work it out so that Nicole is a guest on a future episode of Sewing Report Live. She was super interested, and we had a really great conversation. But I did not know this. So here's the thing, like, when you're following people on Instagram, many of us are following like hundreds of people or thousands of people, and I think it can be pretty easy for somebody to get lost. So I did not notice that Nicole had not posted. Let's take a look. Nicole has not posted on Instagram since December 24th of 2022. So it's been over 6 months since she's posted on Instagram, and I just didn't really notice that she was gone. You know, so you're like, what happened? So Nicole, I got a follow request from her original account is called Lily Ellis Stitchery. And today, or was it last night, I got a new follow request on Instagram from the Lily Ellis Stitchery. And I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. I was like, okay, she must be making like a backup account or something, right? And that is indeed what happened. So I want to go over her post because I just think this is a really important warning for anyone who's relying heavily on social media to begin with. So Nicole wrote a post last night. It says, new account locked out of Lily Ellis Stitchery. Please follow me here. Okay. So it says, hello, it's Nicole. I've been locked out of my account Lily Ellis Stitchery since January and have had no luck getting help. Please follow me here for now and help spread the word. If anyone can point me in the direction of finding someone who may be able to assist me, I would be eternally grateful. My account was not hacked, but after a phone reboot, I was not able to log back in after receiving error messages that my two-factor codes and backup codes were invalid, with no way to get help beyond that. It's been deeply depressing in many ways, and I spent months in a funk trying to figure out how to move forward. Angry for a decade of work building that account gone in the blink of an eye. Angry for being so reliant on something so fleeting and unpredictable. I'm not sure what my path forward will be in terms of marketing and connecting with all of you, but I needed a way to reach everyone in the meantime as I work through it and do have new exciting things to share with you all. So I saw this and I was just like flabbergasted. I was just really surprised, and just horrified for Nicole. So the reason I wanted to talk about this is because, so I talked to Nicole on the phone a little bit. She seems like a very incredibly lovely person. And so Instagram has, and most social media platforms have this, it's called two-factor authentication. And what that is, it's kind of a security feature for these social media platforms, and they want to try to prevent somebody else from getting into your account. So if you log in and it's from a device you've never used before, or there's something kind of weird about it, Instagram will like text you a code or like email you a code, and it's usually 6 digits, and you have to enter that in order to get back into your account. So Nicole said that while she was like trying to log into Instagram, her phone froze. Like, and I've had that happen to me too, where like all of a sudden my phone will just like freeze up and I can't do anything with it. And then so she had to like kind of do a hard reboot on her phone. She had to like reset everything, like reinstall all of her apps. And she said it was like a very just weird glitch. But somehow doing that, she said, messed up her Instagram. So somehow Instagram, like, just, she cannot get back into her account. So that's kind of like the long story short end of it, but which is crazy because you can see from the Lily Ella Stitchery account, there's nothing on there that's like questionable, nothing that breaks the terms of service. The account was very family friendly. It was all original photos. She's not like stealing other people's content, and the account should be fine. So like her account should be pretty safe from any sort of weird situations like that. But it seemed like because her phone froze while she was trying to log into Instagram, something happened, and she said she has tried tons and tons of different things, tried to reach out, tried to like, you know, do other stuff. She cannot get back into her account, and it's been over 6 months. So she, like, that's insane. And the fact that there's no real person you can get a hold of at Instagram, or nothing you can do, is just unacceptable for these social media platforms, especially when you have people like Nicole who have built an entire livelihood in a business based on like their infrastructure. So the reason I wanted to talk about this was obviously to try to do whatever I can to raise awareness to what happened to Nicole. I would also really encourage you, if you're not already following her on Instagram, go ahead and give her a follow. She also has a YouTube that I highly encouraged her to try to build as well, because, you know, I think no social media platform is like perfect. All of them have like their upsides and their downsides. But I think we were talking about this. The thing that's important to know is that it's really dangerous and very risky to put all of your eggs in one basket in terms of all of these social media platforms. And look, I'm guilty of it too. If I lost my YouTube account tomorrow, I would be freaking the F out. I'd probably have a breakdown, like no joke. And it would be absolutely devastating to me personally and financially. And there would be very little I could do. Like, I don't have a person at YouTube I can reach out to. I do not have a partner manager. And when YouTubers have problems, like I've seen some cases where YouTubers will have weird issues with their accounts. They've been locked out. They've been mistakenly suspended, have their channel deleted. They've been hacked. And the only real way to get in touch with Instagram is to literally just tweet at them and hope somebody sees it. So it's a really dangerous situation for anyone who's like a content creator. But like this whole thing was insane. And, you know, she said she was really depressed about it because she makes Instagram was her #1 game. And, you know, losing that means having a significant impact on her business. So we're trying to schedule something. She is going to be a guest here on Sewing Report Live in a couple, hopefully we're going to try to do this on a Sunday. We've tentatively got something set up. She seems like a really cool person, and I'm really excited to talk to her more about her own experience. And I encouraged her, I was like, you know, hey, I would make your own video and post it on your YouTube to try to spread the word, and also to try to warn other people who rely on social media for money or for like any sort of personal branding or business stuff, that like this is a very fleeting thing. And like, again, I can't snap my fingers because I'm bad at it, but it can just disappear in an instant and there may be nothing you can do about it. So I just wanted to call your attention to that because it is a really scary thing that could happen to anybody. Like, it could happen to me. It could happen to anybody, and it clearly did, because Nicole didn't do anything wrong. It was just a weird technical glitch, and that seems to have her account in like a holding pattern. So, all right, let's look at some. Okay. It says, why doesn't she DM Adam Mosseri? I don't know who that is. Is that like, if that's like an Instagram contact? I don't know. That is from her new account. Yeah, I don't know. All right, we got Lisa. I don't really shop on Michaels because I'm more into sewing and fabrics. Maybe got one once or twice a year. That's, you know, again, back to the MakerPlace by Michaels. You're right, and Michaels doesn't really sell a lot of fabrics, so that is something to consider. Like, Michaels isn't like necessarily like the top store for like sewists, you know, so I don't know. I'd say give it a try for sure, yeah. All right, making new dreams come true. If she follows him, she can ask a question to him directly in his weekly posts on Thursday. Let me look this. Okay, he's the guy in charge of Instagram. Okay, hey, good. You know, hey, I'll be happy to like message that to her. Let me look this person up. So it's Adam Mosseri. I've never heard of this person before. But she's like looking, she's definitely interested in any contacts. Okay, head of Instagram. Oh, yeah, I don't know, but maybe. And that's the thing, with all of these social media platforms, it is really difficult to get like a real person or talk to a human being. I know I've had that experience myself on YouTube, and it's really terrifying. Like, I would probably be okay if I lost my Instagram because that's not really like my main platform. But I think it's important if you are a content creator to diversify and don't just focus on one place for growth, because if you have any issues with that particular platform, like it could be all gone overnight. And Nicole has experienced that firsthand, and that has to be like absolutely devastating. And you know, just, you know, if you want to show your, she also sells a lot of, she does have an Etsy shop as well, and she sells patterns and whatnot. She has a website. I know she said she's been working on growing her email list, but again, the reason I wanted to talk about this is because I would say most of these sewing and quilting influencers focus mainly on Instagram. Like, I don't know a ton of other people with like YouTube channels and stuff, not necessarily on TikTok, but Instagram seems to be like the main platform for people in our community. And if this happens to you, it's real. In fact, I'll probably do like a backup account like today, like just in case something happens to add sewing report. At least I got some other place to go. I try to diversify, but obviously YouTube is where I have my biggest following. I also diversify on YouTube itself by having multiple channels. So I don't just have one channel. I have a few different channels, like Sewing Report Live. I've got Jen Talks Forever. My husband has his own channel. I even have that stealth channel for my rabbit. So I've even diversified on YouTube just in case something happens to one of my channels, or in case like maybe I don't get as many views. At least I have like some other stuff going on. But yeah, I've never heard of, okay, yeah. So I just looked up the Adam guy does. The thing is, like, it depends. Like, he probably gets tons of DMs, and a lot of them don't really answer the DMs. So I don't know. Okay. Denise, you reaching out to her is a great example of content creators helping each other out. Thank you, Denise. And as I've, y'all know how I feel about, like, this whole, like, women helping women bullshit, but I really mean it when I want to help somebody out, and I don't, like, when I do it, it's not because I have like ulterior motives. I'm like, oh, maybe we can help you. Like, I just want to help. Like, if you're going to help somebody out or reach out to them, I truly believe it needs to be with like a selfless attitude. So I saw that and I was like, you know what, if I can help, I will. And, so I just really thought that's the thing. Like, I wish there was more of this type of thing. But if I'm being honest, I've run into a lot of people that kind of had like a fake vibe, or where I kind of felt like I just felt like something was off about the person, or like I've definitely been reached out by people who I thought their primary motive was to use me. I'm all for genuine connections. But I really hate the feeling of being used, and I don't want to be someone who's manipulated and used by another person. So, I don't know. I'm just, I'm not someone that's like super tight with everybody in this space, and that's okay. But, you know, I've personally had some negative experiences myself, but I really did want to try to draw some attention to what happened to Nicole, because this is truly horrible. And I know if I was in her shoes, I would really appreciate somebody trying to help me. So I really appreciate that. Okay. Tara, how awful. I don't have Instagram yet. Sometimes I feel old. I love your top, by the way. So cute. Definitely your color. Is it knitted? This is a knitted. It's kind of an open weave, so I have to wear another shirt under it. Otherwise, it would like be kind of weird. This is from Lily Pulitzer, and I got it during a really good sale. So Lily Pulitzer clothing can be a little pricey, but they were having a sale, and I thought this was super cute. And I do really like this shirt. So thank you for that. You know, I haven't worn it in a while, but I think it definitely, and I know this sounds like kind of weird, but I also have to worry about like what looks good on camera and everything. So like, I like to do like solid colors, kind of bright colors, and I try to stick with like solid, like not a lot of like busy patterning typically, but this is one of my favorite like shirts right now, and it is really cute. Okay. Making new dreams come true. Instagram is the modern phone book. That's a good, yeah, and that's the thing, like everybody in sewing and quilting for the most part is on Instagram. Yeah, Tara, you definitely need to get on Instagram too. I was looking for your Instagram because I was going to include that, but you didn't have one. So I was like, oh, but get on Instagram. Yeah. Just, yeah, I guess make a backup account in case something happens to yours. All right, okay, this is about Adam Masseri. I follow him and he answers questions from his weekly posts. Okay, so maybe she should like comment on his posts or maybe tag him or something. I'll definitely pass it along. All right, Tara, you're appreciated for your humbleness, honesty and honesty and frankness. You know, I try. Like, here's my thing. I'm not going to be like, one of my pet peeves is like fake people. I do not like, if I feel like you're being fake with me, I don't really want to have anything to do with you. So that has kind of limited my interactions with some people. There are some people who are like really cool, but I've also really encountered some other influencers and businesses that I'm not really that interested in, like, you know, doing much with, because I just got some fake vibes. You know, it's like, don't be a fake bitch. Is it really that hard? I don't know. And I know I ranted about this previously, but it does tend to be a lot of women that do this. I don't know why that is, but I've had a lot of like really weird interactions with other women, like the one I detailed in a previous live stream. All right, making your dreams come true. All right, let's plug your Instagram. Blanks aplenty. Okay, I believe I follow you too, because I remember, I think, messaging with you, I believe. So yeah, so that's what I got to say about Lily Ellis Stitchery. Let me go back there too, because I want to go back to this. Just let's circle back. I know, circle back here. You know, it's like a White House press conference or something. I don't know. But let's circle back here just one more time. I want to give. So it's at the Lily Ellis Stitchery. Her name is Nicole, and she has been locked out of her Instagram account for 6 months, which is absolutely batshit crazy. Yeah, we're gonna start the swearing, guys. It's, you know, it's 4:30. Why not? You know, I don't. And by the way, I don't even drink, so like this is like all, you know, just adrenaline and caffeine or whatever. But Nicole, she seemed very like real. And I'm glad I talked to her on the phone, because sometimes you don't really know what a person's like, but she seems really cool. So follow her there. And also subscribe to her YouTube channel, because I was definitely trying to encourage her big time to start like doing more stuff on YouTube. Because in my opinion, I think YouTube is, again, YouTube definitely has its problems, but I still think YouTube is the best platform in terms of content creation. So that's what I think. I think every platform has some issues, but I think YouTube, if you're going to spend time creating content, I think YouTube gives you the best return on investment if you're going to spend all of this time making videos or making content. It's very easy for me to repurpose a YouTube video into Instagram content. It's not so easy to turn Instagram posts into a YouTube video. But yeah, like read about what happened to Nicole, because this could happen to anybody. Like, and that's what's so scary about it. And I'm sorry, I'm calling out Instagram because the fact that Instagram does not have any sort of recourse or any way to get real help and like customer service is unacceptable for us users. I think this is really like, and that's the thing, none of these social media platforms have a good way to get in touch with a person or fix things. Like what happened to Nicole, this should be like a 5-minute fix. It literally should be somebody being like, oh, your account got locked because of this, let me unlock it. Like it should not take 6 months to unlock Nicole out of her own Instagram account that she has spent 10 years building. 10 years of work, and this woman literally can't even get on her own Instagram account, which is just ridiculous. So yeah, Instagram, kind of disappointing, but I'll definitely pass along that Madam Masseri username. That might be helpful. She's said she's been trying for months to do something, and she said that like if you go to like the help page, it takes you in one of those stupid circles of like clicking on pages, and it doesn't actually help anything. So at the Lily Ella Stitchery, that's Nicole's new account. She also like teaches she teaches like country dancing. She's a great dancer. So she does other things too, but she said this was like her primary like source of income. So that's really crazy. And that's the thing, like because of this random Instagram account, Nicole has probably lost a lot of money. Again, she spent a lot of time working on this. I think it's really disappointing that Instagram cannot help her or help people in this situation, because this is just really shitty. There should be Instagram should have some sort of ticket system or some sort of way for people who've had like catastrophic account events to be able to kind of go to the front of the line and get some help. You know, I understand that they probably don't want any Yahoo, contacting them for like stupid reasons. But for people who have had these catastrophic incidents, they should be able to get the help they need. And the fact that they currently can't with Instagram is honestly really like disappointing. So that's what I gotta say about it, but links are down below in the description box. Definitely check Nicole out. And if you weren't already following her on Instagram, I would highly encourage you to. She also has a YouTube channel. And I told her, I was like, look, you could really get something going here too if you wanted to. And that's the thing, like even if she does get her account back, like how deflating and how dejecting must that feel to know that happened to you once? If I was her, I would probably feel pretty like discouraged from posting stuff or continuing to create and build this account after what happened to her. Like you'd be like, okay, this happened to me once. What if this like there's no guarantees that this couldn't happen again, or something could happen and the account could be lost. So I know it's pretty crazy. Okay. All right, we've got Tara again. If you ask my family, they'll say I'm too blunt. Lol, must be why I'm drawn to you. Well, hey, must be, hey, birds of a feather, right? All right, Eurosia? I'm not, why Eurosia? I'm not sure. I'm probably butchering that. I'm sorry. Tara, me too. I prefer directness in others because I don't have to just decode what they're saying. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying. Some people are just, it's all like there's like a facade, or they can be very two-faced, or it's all an act. Like I know it can be kind of hard to judge someone's character or like know whether they're like a fair weather friend. You have no idea. So it can be kind of difficult. So I try to keep it real here. Look, I'm not perfect. I'm sure there are people that hate my guts. I have no idea. Am I perfect? Have I made mistakes? Of course. It is what it is. So that's what I got to say about Instagram. But yeah, that's just the fact that somebody can be locked out of their Instagram account for over 6 months without any sort of resolution or able to even get help for this is crazy. Like, it's just crazy. Like, it's just insane. Okay, so all right, well, I'll stick around for a little bit. Let's turn on the music. I want to turn on the music again because I'm kind of in that, I'm just sort of in that mood. But yeah, let's get some music on. We'll hang out for a little bit. You got anything else to say? Now, you know, speak now or forever hold your peace. Look at the chat here. But yeah, so like I talked to Nicole, like she seems super cool. I'm really excited because I think she has a lot to say, and I think she has a lot of just living through this experience. She definitely has a lot of insight that I think would be helpful to everybody. Just because, you know, again, I've seen so many, particularly like quilters and sewing people that rely, like Instagram is like their only like real big platform. And look what's happening to people there. It's just really disappointing. Okay. All right, Denise, just took a closer look at the MakerPlace description. Looks like it's covering a lot of different things. Could this be too big to work well? I would say that's a concern. Like, it's like they're trying to do too much and not focusing on one thing well. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just like you don't have to be an everything app. Maybe you could just focus on like one thing, or like, you know, I don't know. I'm really not sold on this concept. It's not like, nothing they're proposing is like really new. The only thing that they're, touting as an advantage is lower fees or something. So, you know, we've seen competitors to social media platforms, and, you know, it can be really hard to disrupt the most successful platform. And let's be real, for all the gripes we have about Etsy, Etsy is still the best place for selling handmade stuff. So, I don't know. All right, Denise, music. What was the first concert you ever attended? All right, so like the first like kind of major one, all right, this is gonna sound really dorky, but I went to a Weird Al Yankovic concert in like 1999 or 2000. That's like one of the few concerts that was like a major artist that I paid for. I'm not typically a concert person. I will say the Weird Al concert was great. It was a very small venue. This was in like Buffalo, New York. And I had a bit of a Weird Al crush at the time. I don't know, like for anyone who's like kind of younger, Weird Al is like a guy, he's definitely like in his 50s now, I don't know. He does parody songs, and he's really great at writing the parodies. And I had kind of had a crush on him at the time, I'm gonna be real. And I think he's still doing some stuff. Like there was a movie about Weird Al recently. And there's this music channel, VH1. And at the time in like the late 90s, they were doing these like behind the music specials about different musicians. And I watched the Weird Al one like 18 times. So it was pretty exciting to go to the concert. Like it was a really good show. He's very engaging. I think he's got a great voice, and I think he's like legitimately funny. So that's like one of the few concerts I've been to. You might, if you follow me on the Jen Talks Forever, I did vlog my entire BTS concert experience last year. That was like, since Weird Al, that's like the first major concert I went to, like, you know, in 2 decades. That was an awesome time. I'm really glad I went. And it was really fun. I went by myself, which was a little scary, but I did a whole vlog. It was a really wonderful experience, and I'm really glad I got to get the opportunity to go, because it's really hard to get tickets to BTS. Really hard. All right, making your dreams come true. Mine was Billy Joel. All right, so we got another like kind of old school classical. All right, classical music, more into like the classic rock stuff. Yeah, I'm not really into a lot of the new music. Again, BTS is really like the only group I listen to now. You know, I do have like some old Blink-182. I have an old like Blink-182 CD, and I've got like a Jennifer Lopez CD. I've got like the Jennifer Lopez. I think it was like the On the 6th album. I do like J-Lo. I think she's a pretty good artist too. All right, Denise, I love Weird Al. My first was Amy Grant. Okay, yeah, we got Amy Grant. Was it like Out of the Blue, I think? She had a few, yeah, I used to listen to her like a little bit, but I wasn't like big into music when I was a kid as much. The second was Aerosmith. All right, yeah, concert time. Yeah, when was the last, I'll pose this to you. What was the last concert you went to, and did you have a good time? Good to know. Yeah, all right, I'm glad we got some, you know, some people that kind of get my like, you know, 90s references here. Yo guys, I'm like really garbled today. I'm really hungry. I'm getting kind of hungry. I got some groceries coming in a little bit, so that'll be exciting. And I think once I kind of kick it out here, I'll have to let the rabbit out so she can kind of hang out a little bit. But yeah, let me know if you know, concert experiences. All right, here we go. Last concert was Neil Diamond. All right. Do we have like, are you guys all like Gen X? It seems like maybe we have like a Gen X crowd here. I'm like old millennial. I feel like some of these music choices make you guys seem like maybe this is like a Gen X, you know, Gen X audience here. I don't know. Not been to one in a long time. Can't remember the last. Loved MTV and VH1. Do they still play music videos on those channels now, or are they all like reality shows? Like it seems like they kind of got away from like the music focus, and now it's just all these like random shows. You know, like The Real World or like Road Rules or whatever. I don't know. All right, we got Gen X. All right, lots of Gen X people in here. Welcome. All right, we've got my last concert was the Eagles before Glenn Friday. So I'm familiar with a few Eagles songs. I don't know any of the names of like the people in the group. I'm kind of music illiterate in most like cases. All right, Gen X married to a boomer. All right, we got baby boomer. Wow. All right, you know, all right, making new dreams come true. I thought you were like I thought you were Gen Z. I'm gonna be real. I like just from our interactions, I thought you were like 25 or like I thought you were like a 20-year-old or something. I don't know. Like I had no idea. Like I don't even know how old anybody is. So like I kind of assumed like you were. I kind of assumed you were Gen Z. You know, I was totally wrong apparently. We got the music going. Yeah, you know, I don't want to keep the music on the whole time, but sometimes I feel like it's good just to have like a vibe going. And I actually, by the way, I cannot even hear the music, so I'm hoping like I'm dancing to the beat. I don't know. Okay, you're in your 50s. Wow, okay. I'm not that much I'm not that much younger than you. I'm gonna be, yeah. I'm old. I'm probably older than I look, so we'll leave it at that. All right, so we're gonna do a quick plug here to, again, I want to just do a quick shout out to today's sponsor of this unmonetized YouTube channel, the Sewing Report Etsy shop. Just one more time. We have fabric, sewing supplies, and handmade goodies. And I am currently running a pretty good sale on fabric bundles. So if you are looking for any cute fabric bundles, these are personally curated by me. So like I picked out the fabrics. I think I do have like one or two factory cut ones, but mostly this is fabric that I selected personally that I thought would go well together. Like this spring shimmer, this is a really cute one. Let me see if I can, all right here. Sorry, you're getting my like Etsy back end stuff here. This is Spring Shimmer by Janome Shampoo, and this is a half-yard fabric bundle, so you get 3 different prints. So you will get, this is what it looks like. These are hand cut, by the way. You will get this really cute, and this is like a metallic line, which I really like. This one is now out of print too, so you can't, like the company's not making them anymore. You get this sort of like a blush pink with gold metallic. You get a very large, really cool looking metallic butterfly print. Really love this fabric. And then you get one that looks like sort of like a honeycomb pattern, and this is sort of like a rose gold and blush pink. Really cute. These all go well together. You can use them separately, and you will get a half yard, 3 different prints. Oh wait, this is still on. Okay, I was like, wait, what happened to the sale? Okay, this is normally $20, and it is 10% off. And some of my other fabric bundles are also on sale as well. Also, this I think I have one more of these left. The Tula Pink Unicorn Poop Thread Collection. This comes with 10 mini spools of pastel Aurifil thread. Lots of goodies here at the shop for your shopping pleasure. If you're looking for some new sewing supplies, don't be afraid. Free shipping over $35. And just know you are helping to keep these live shows on the air, because again, this is right now a completely not monetized channel. I need 1,000 subscribers. So if you are here and you enjoyed today's program, I would greatly appreciate a hitting the like button on your way out if you have not already, and subscribe to Sewing Report Live for all live, all the time shows. And of course, we have the Sewing Report main channel for edited videos about sewing. Yes, I have separated the two. But guys, I think I'm going to take off pretty soon. But I really enjoyed today's program. I hope you did as well. But I'm Jen with Sewing Report Live. And keep it real. Have a great weekend. I think I might come back on Sunday. Maybe we'll do like a little bit of sewing and chill. And we'll hang out. But let's rock it out. And then we'll see you guys later.